Good morning. We are back. So in the last rhythm video, we showed you this little pattern right here. 2 sets of eighth notes with the 2 middle eighth notes tied together. And we know how to count it. I mean, this happens on the second beat. And so what would we say here?
2 and.
Right? And
Oh,
over
and
here,
here?
it's on the beat 3.
3 and.
So we're going to teach you something new. But first, what is this called, class?
Ooh, a meter signature.
And today's meter signature is
4/4.
And the top number tells us there are
4 beats in a measure.
And the bottom number's gonna tell us that,
Quarter note gets a beat, The quarter note gets a beat, that's right. The quarter note gets a beat, that's enough. Word.
Hope you have fun with that.
I do.
And people think, what is she or he doing in their room?
You know what? You can say we're having fun learning.
We're having fun learning.
Learning should always be fun. Well, most of the time it should be fun.
That's right, especially in music anyway.
Are we going to write everything down again to make sure everybody knows what
I
to
think
say?
we should.
Okay, then we're going to go on a tour here. We're going to grab a marker and we're going to make sure we know what to do.
That is right. Okay, so we know this is the first beat in our measure, and there has to be 4. And so we write a 1 underneath the first one, right? And here is 2, and we don't say that because it's tied to this one, so we draw a line all the way over, and 4. Everybody remember that? We cross the bar line because we've got our 4 beats. We don't write anything for a rest because we don't say anything, but it is the first beat. So then this is beat
2.
2 and a, half note, 2 beats of sound. So we say a 3 and we draw a line all the way to the bar line, because it goes through beat 4. We start over with our 16th notes. I love these ones. These ones.
Yes, these are fun.
E and a, 2 and a. Here comes our fun one again. 3 and. This one's tied, so we don't say it. So we go all the way to the last and say, and.
Ooh, that's the half rest.
So we don't have any sounds for how many beats? 2. So this is beat 1 and beat 2, and this would be beat 3, and it goes all the way to the end.
I love it.
All right.
Okay.
Now we're going to say this. All right, are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, and 4. 2 and a 3. 1 E and a 2 and a 3 and 3. How'd you do?
Oh, I bet you did great.
Okay, you ready to play a little game?
Yes.
Because most of the time in music, sometimes this is written this way, but there's another way you can write it. There's a more simplified version. And just like in math, when you take fractions and you reduce them down.
That's
okay?
right.
I forget what that's called, but you.
Well, you're reducing
I
to
said it right, okay.
the simplest form.
So we're gonna put this in the simplest form. First thing you need to know is eighth notes don't always come beamed. They can be written by themselves, and they would look like this.
They're kind of like Lego. You know how you can take Legos apart and then you can reattach them in different places? She's going to take them apart and show you a different way.
Now, this is a beam, right? And it beams them together. But when you separate them, the beam then becomes a flag.
A flag.
Waving flag. And flags always wave to the right.
They do.
I don't care which way the wind's blowing.
No. And no matter where the stem is going,
That's
if the
right.
stem is up or down, the flag is always on the right.
On the right. So you would say this, if the tie wasn't there, you would say this, 2 and 3
3 and.
Same here.
2 and 3 and.
But because these are tied, that means we add them together. And an eighth note plus, oh, why are you not working for me? Plus an eighth note equals a,
Quarter note.
yeah, because each of those get half a beat. And a half
Right.
plus a half is
A whole
one.
beat, yes.
So these two are going to become a quarter note. And that leaves this single eighth note by itself and this single eighth note by itself.
Now, I like this because it shows that there's extra space between these two notes because
we
there's
hold.
another note.
Yeah, we hold it. Remember how we were holding it? All right, so I want to erase this.
I love it. So
And then-
that means if we put another quarter note here and another quarter note here, we would have rewritten the entire first measure.
Here's your first measure.
Wow. Look
So
at
you
that.
would still say
1, 2, and
4. And you
4.
still write that line in between there because the beat 3 is right here in the middle. We'd say 1, 2, and 4.
And when you're doing it in your hand will say 1, 2, and 4. You'll have your hand up on both of those ands.
So I want to do this.
Oh, I love
just
it.
want to have it
I
up
think
there.
it's important. I'll erase down here.
Yes. Here, I'll trade with you and you can write that one down there. And then we have 2 and 4. And this is going to be 3 and.
Ooh, and that's going to be cool because here we end on a number, but here we end on an and. I like it.
And there's a very big word that we call this kind of a pattern, and it's called syncopation.
Ooh, say it with us. Ready? Go. Syncopation. Syncopation. Very
It's
nice.
because syncopation means off the beat, okay? And that's what we're doing. With these, anytime you see an and, that means it's off the beat.
That's right.
So this is a syncopated pattern.
And here's the other syncopated pattern.
And I don't know about you guys, but when I taught elementary school and we got to this pattern, we called it syncopa.
Yes, I did too. Syncopa.
Which is the first part of the word. But now that we're saying it in numbers, let's try this one more time, looking at the new way we write it. Because
Awesome.
this is what you will see from now on. 1, 2, ready and say. 1, 2, and 4. 2 and a 3. 1 E and a 2 and a 3 and 3.
That was awesome.
Yay, you!
Way to go.
Practice, practice. What's that called again?
Syncopation. It's right there.
Yes.
Have a great day, guys.
Bye.
Bye.